The following is from a 3-part entry highlighting the game F-Zero for the Super Nintendo. Enjoy.
Nothing prepares you for F-Zero, created for the new Super Nintendo Entertainment System. You won't believe the power. You won't believe the control. You won't believe the jumps, the curves, or the feeling you get until you experience it for yourself.
Wow.
Speed is an aspect of a game that requires a lot of careful planning. Too fast and you overwhelm the player, not fast enough and the game is either boring or its physics just feel too weighty. Fast games like Star Wars Episode 1 Racer, Halo 2, and SSX 3 have everything from good presentation to tight controls, communicating an extreme sense of speed. Despite being about from a decade before the oldest game mentioned above, F-Zero is what I would call a fast game. Everything from the visual and auditory feedback to the controls exudes a sense of speed only present in the best racing games. Since it is an arcade racer dedicated to an era of future cool, it's vital that the game's design and mechanics pull off the speed correctly. Despite being made at the very start of the 16-bit era of console gaming, F-Zero seems to be taking this challenge on in strides. Things like jumps, barriers, and other drivers on the track add to the sense of speed and risk. You're constantly reminded that you could crash and ruin your run at literally every moment. In addition, randomized traffic on the track keeps each run from being a memorized set of button presses for the best time, requiring the player to think on their feet in this intense blur of color and sound. The game keeps the pressure high by having two distinct loss states to worry about. Both are often direct contradiction. In my opinion, the easiest way to lose is a crash out. You have an energy bar to worry about, essentially the vehicle's health, and once it gets to zero, that's it, your race is over. You deplete this bar in various ways, bumping into the side barriers, running over marked ground, and running into other vehicles. This system is in place to punish the player for not being careful. Going too fast into a turn or hitting other racers can cause you to get very quickly stuck into a bouncing loop, and it will invariably be your fault. Using the brake on sharp turns and precise movements are not just advantageous in this game, they are required to be able to even finish a race. The other, and often painfully complementary loss state, is rank out. The player is given a safe rank each lap to stay in until the next lap. Failure to do so, or even reaching too far outside the safe ranking, will result in an immediate loss and an early end to your run. This punishes the player for being too careful and not taking enough calculated risks. Like precision and control to avoid a fatal crash, taking advantage of risky shortcuts, making turns as tight as possible, and keeping your speed up are all imperative to your success in the F-Zero Grand Prix.